All right. I ain't gonna lie to the people. This is the second time I'm doing this, but we're gonna reintroduce it again. Super Bowl 48 champion, Jermaine Kearse, Seahawk legend, wide receiver. Jermaine, good to have you on with me, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on.
What you think about the game tonight, man?
I thought it was a good game. I thought it was a well fought game. We knew it was going to be tough. Monday night going into Detroit, a very good Detroit team. Um, we knew it was going to be tough, and so tough loss. But you know what? What they say in Friday, G?
You win some, you lose some, but you live. Son, you live to fight another day.
That's the NFL. Especially road wins. Wins are hard to come by, so you got to enjoy them and celebrate them when you get them. But there's going to be bumps in the road during the NFL season, so you just try to minimize the damage going over that bump and continue to keep pushing on and keep getting better.
Man, let's talk about Geno Smith. Now, again, look, we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But this Geno Smith, he was out there. He was 37 for 53, 374 yards passing, all career highs. Geno was dealing. The offense looked good. 37 total receptions, 9 different guys getting the ball. What do you think about this offense of Geno Smith so far?
I just think that just comes off of Ryan Greb. A great OC, came from the Huskies, UW, and continued his excellence and his creativity from the college game and being able to convert it over to the NFL game. And then you just have great skill positions players. Obviously K9 is a very, very special back who can just make things happen, and he's a very exciting player to watch. And then you got the receiving core with, veteran, which is kind of funny for me saying now with Tyler Lockett and DK making plays. And then you add JSN in there to take advantage of his one-on-ones. It's an offense that's pretty exciting to get behind.
Yeah. UW had a nice offensive coordinator when they had him.
Yeah, if we're going into Husky football,
No, I'm not going. No, I wasn't going there. No. I wasn't going there, man. I just wanted to say, it was a good.
No, for sure. Thanks. We enjoyed our time with Coach Greb.
No question at all. The Seahawks team, when you see the wide receivers, I want to talk about DK Metcalf. Hey, I told someone the other day, I said, I think DK Metcalf is arguably, I say top receiver of the game. People said I was being biased about that. That's fair. I'm not asking you that. I want to ask, how is that dude just so dominant, strong, big? Can you explain that, Jermaine?
Just his physical side, his speed, his ability to catch the rock, and then it's just a tough mismatch. When you got someone that athletic and that big, it's just kind of hard to just defend. You just got to hope you can contain it. Which on the 2-point conversion, it was clearly a caught with the shin down. Mm-hmm. I don't know how the refs missed that one, but just a really special player and a huge playmaker.
Seahawks, they moved to 3-1. Right now, they come back home. They got 2 more home games that's getting ready to go. They got the New York Giants at home on Sunday, mm-hmm. and then that Thursday night football against the 49ers down there. What kind of message I obviously don't know what Mike McDonald says, but what kind of message can be said to the Seahawks after a game like this?
You just got to stay the course. You got to continue to come in each week. This week of practice is going to be important because most likely it's going to be, I don't know how Coach Mike McDonald does the practice week, but, you got a Thursday night game. You got 3 games in, 11 days, I believe, or something like that, which is kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. So you just got to stay the course. You got to, take the mental reps, watch the film, correct the mistakes. And continue to just keep pushing forward.
On something like this, I don't think the guys get back. I don't even think they get back to like 3, 4 in the morning. When you get back, I'm sure you go right to sleep. You don't do you watch film on the plane on the way back?
Oh yeah, film is a must on the plane. That's the thing you you watching because you just want to kind of just. I mean, when you're playing in the game, so many things happen. It's happening fast. Um, a play might have went a certain way in your head, or you would have thought, and so being able to kind of have that confirmation of how certain things went throughout the game and just fixing the mistakes and just kind of getting ahead of the schedule is important leading into a short week. And so you want to be able to come in tomorrow. Most likely, they're all going to be coming in tomorrow. At some point, watching the film, getting a workout in, and kind of just starting the short week and being prepared for, or not, yeah, being prepared for the Giants on Sunday.
Right. You know, we'll get off football for a second and let's go to your lately. This seems like your favorite sport, golf. I see you representing Evergreen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell us what's happening down in Tacoma. Is it the biggest facility possibly in the United States?
Yeah, it's pretty big. We just opened our Tacoma location of Evergreen Golf Club, and so we're pretty excited about it. Um, it's got 13 simulators. It got a 8,000 square foot short game and putting area. So definitely that time. The weather's still looking pretty good right now, but can't be fooled by it. It's gonna go away. It's gonna happen, and it'll be a perfect place to continue to refine your game and keep your skills up to par. So when that spring and summer hit, you ain't playing catch up. You can kind of hit the road running.
Right. So Jermaine, look, man, I need to get on the golf course. I need to get better. Your spot and facility. I couldn't get up to Redmond, but there's no excuses to get down to Tacoma.
None.
What does that look like for somebody that wants to come get a membership? You go get a membership. You go sign up. How does that work, bro?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing to do is follow our socials, Evergreen Golf Club or Evergreen Golf Club Tacoma. Go to our website, evergreengolfclub.com. If you're interested, you can always book a tour. One of our, whether it's me or one of our staff members, will give you a tour around the facility and show you all the options that we provide, whether it's membership, whether it's lessons, whether it's junior programming for your kids. We pretty much got everything that you really need when it comes to golf. And so, yeah, I would say if you're interested, come to one of our open houses. We got one on Wednesday, and then we have one on Sunday, the 6th as well. And so, be a good opportunity to come check the facility out, whether it's Redmond or Tacoma. And then we can kind of show you around and show you all the options.
How do you take some of your football playing career and experiences that you learned there? How do you apply that to business?
I mean, you just kind of have a winner's mentality, a championship opportunity, as Pete would say.
You don't say stuff like that at the golf course, do you?
Oh, all the time to our juniors, all the time.
Really?
Look, I'll tell you what, like, the culture that, and I know we're moving on from a different era in Seahawks football, but, a lot of the stuff that Pete had taught our group, I would say a lot of us still teach that same philosophy. I think we learned a lot, whether, through the culture building and whether it's philosophy or mindset or, mental preparation. We take a lot of that and apply it into our daily lives, and the people that we are blessed to mentor or, be able to lead and trying to, find success in all the different ventures that we're doing, whether it's, real estate with some guys or a golf facility with me or a restaurant with Cam and Sherm. We're always trying to find ways to be elite and have that championship mentality and build a culture that people want to buy into. And, I think that's something that we kind of will carry on for the rest of our lives. It was very valuable, the things that Pete taught. And so, we continue to push that philosophy because it has such a huge impact on our lives. And so it's something that we always continue to push.
Family man, wife, 3 kids, 3 beautiful daughters, man. Tell how's family life going? How's that going? You taking kids to school? What's the deal?
Yeah. Family life is good. Got 3 girls, one in elementary, 2 in preschool, and so I don't know if I lost you, but I'm gonna keep talking.
Keep talking. There you go.
Okay. But no, yeah, it's good. They keep me busy. Just love being around them and seeing them grow. They're getting big each day.
Yeah. So after this second facility, is there any plans to do this outside of the state of Washington, or is this going to be just you're going to stay here local?
Yeah, I mean, we got.
Well, I don't know where Jermaine went, but we was rolling for a second. I don't know if he cut out on me. I know my screen had cut out for a second, but hey, it's always good to have Jermaine on. Maybe he'll jump back on, maybe he won't. But look, it was good to talk to him about his family, of course, his golf and everything, what's going on with that. He got a grand opening down in Tacoma. But more importantly, it was good to hear what he had to say about the Seahawks team and what we saw out there tonight. I'm going to get right into it a little bit more about that. We do have another guest that's going to be joining us here pretty soon. But look, it was a rough game. And it was when I say rough, I don't say rough because there's a lot of good that happened tonight. And there's a lot of things like I don't walk away. I'm sure you don't walk away from that game just, oh, is Jermaine back? Oh. Oh, hey, man, was that you or me?
I think that was you.
Oh, okay. Well,
you must be on Verizon. I know y'all had a outage
man,
today.
Hey, that had me hit today. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to text Jermaine and just tell him, don't worry about it. Let's see. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, that was awkward there. All right. Let me get back on here. So anyway, back to what I was saying real quick before our next guest comes on. I just want to just say this. They went against a perfect team today. You know what I mean? Like that was Jared Goff, 18 for 18. I mean, run game, 133 yards. Kind of gashed the Seahawks defense. They played a perfect game. Seahawks defense, as you all know, missing guys up front. Not an excuse at all, but neither here or there. They were missing some people up front. So at the very end of the day, I'm encouraged. I hope you as a Seahawks fan are not discouraged by what we saw or anything like that. So let's see. Who else we got joining here on the show?
What up? What up?
What up with it?
What up?
CSN.
Come on, man, the one and only.
Man, what's First of all, I wanted to just say, if you could kind of scoot over a little bit, you know what I mean?
Which way?
Other way. Yeah,
Boom.
there we go.
Okay.
In the middle.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you
Better?
look good.
Okay.
By the way, that's Canaan Smith-Njigba, brother of Jackson. Look, rough game. Of course, they lost, so it's never good to feel an L. No doubt about it. But how about this? Let's go back and forth on some good that we can take away. You go first.
Yeah. The good. I think you controlled Aiden Hutchinson just enough to score points. I think Aiden Hutchinson is unstoppable beast. We seen him do great things, but I don't know how many sacks he had, but we kind of contained him a little bit, just a little bit.
He was low-key doing what he wanted to against Stone Forsythe, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But he didn't get off like Aiden Hutchinson's a great player.
He didn't strip sack. He didn't, we've seen a lot of Aiden Hutchinson. I think another thing too, the offense is really, really good. The offense is really good. Really good. It's a
Really,
great
hey,
when the running game is there. I think the balance is can really chew the clock, can score at will. I think the offense is really good. I actually think that today's game, man, there's been worse losses. A lot of, I think this is just, get back to the drawing board and, chop it up and realize that Jared Goff had a perfect game. Not a lot of quarterbacks are going to have a perfect game against the Seattle Seahawks.
18 for 18. That's what he was with a run game behind him with 133 yards, and that damage was done really in the first half. Detroit is a good team, by the way. That division, the NFC North, is going to be rocking.
Yes.
Vikings and Detroit. I don't know how that's going to go down. I just don't see the Vikings sustaining this whole 4-0 like that. But that Detroit team is built to win.
Built to win. They're the gatekeepers of their league for a reason.
Yeah.
You have to go through Detroit.
Now I will say this. It felt like early on, we talked about this, that this is a second half. The Seahawks team is always a second half team. But I just don't like the fact that the Seahawks are slow out the gate getting that run game going, man. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, and we're going to get to Geno in a second, but I just want to see more of that, because then you can establish the play action the way the Detroit Lions, man, they had that play action was rocking, hence the reason why Jared Goff was perfect.
Absolutely. I think, I just think early on in the game, Lions are scoring every drive. I just think the game right then and there needed us to respond. Right. And we know how football is. If you're not on schedule, you're behind. And when you're behind in this game, and there's the offense like that with the duo backs the Lions have and Jared Goff, we just want the ball as many times as possible. Right. And so, early on it was a tough, it was tough for us, fumbling the ball, yada, yada, yada. But if we don't turn the ball over and if, we get a couple stops, hey, we going into halftime licking our chops, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like we were all in this game the whole time. No matter we were down 14, I felt like we were in the game the whole time, and that's all that mattered.
That's funny. It's interesting you say that. I never got to the point where I was like, it's over. You know what I mean?
Right.
With DK fumble, which, by the way, the DK fumble was him trying to get extra yards. Okay,
effort was there.
You can't fault that. They're down 14, still felt like they were still in it, because I think the difference right now is this. It's been a while since I know, like, this offense can legit do a shootout. This dude went 37 for 53.
Wow.
All career highs, 374 yards. Like, Geno Smith played a great game. Take nothing away from him at all.
Great game. But how many times do you think a quarterback should go into Detroit and put those numbers up?
Not many. But now, your dad, who was at the game, he said it was pandemonium inside that stadium.
Yes. I can only imagine. I remember Jack telling me last year that the Lions is by far the loudest crowd. They just feel right on top of you, and they love football.
Right.
They want to win. It's been a long time since they have won. So
far this season, after 4 games, 3-1, losing. What's your takeaway so far on this squad right now? Are you feeling good? Are you encouraged? Are there concerns? What you got?
I'll tell you this: as a baseball player, even when you go 0 for 4 with 4 Ks or 4 for 4 with 4 home runs, the best, how you really feel is how you come back the next day and respond. So I feel like you coming in and you go take care of business against the Giants, you'll be ready for the San Francisco 49ers. And that right there is all you need. You want to be able to, on Thursday night, that quick turnaround, to be able to look San Fran and be like, look, we are ready for y'all mentally and physically. So I think the Seahawks is doing what they need to do. 3-1 is exceptional. We could easily be 2-2. We could easily be 1-3 with 3-1. You go in like what Jermaine said, you go in there, you watch film, take care of business. Man, it's a long season.
Right.
On top of that, your boys wasn't even healthy. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even have a healthy defense.
Right.
You know, you get healthy, you do what you have to do, and you take care of the Giants. This is a really, 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 really good football team in the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. Here's what I love how you just put that. It's how you respond the next game. Because I think there's encouragement right here. They come back home game against the Giants.
Yes.
A Giants team that, look, it's an NFL team, but I think that there's an expectation that the Seahawks should take care of business, especially at home in front of the 12s. And by the way, today during the game, I think we all, if you're a 12, if you're a Seahawk, I think we felt the way the opposing teams feel when they come here and it's third down, because the Seahawks was on third down out there. Ooh, you could tell that they couldn't hardly hear nothing.
Have to. Fans play a big part in, you know, being in Seattle and watching a game at Lumen Field, like, gives you goosebumps. It makes you happy that I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan and, you know, I'm on the home field side, you know.
Did JSN have 8 catches?
He had 8 catches.
Yeah, Jackson had 8 catches. Hold on. You know, this is what I like. I'm glad people are watching this in real time, because this is how we talk right here.
That's how we talk.
That's how we talk. So when Jackson has 8 catches, what's this for? Like 8 catches on Monday Night Football. That's incredible.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, first and foremost, I'm glad he's healthy.
Okay.
Secondly, I'm proud of him on third down conversions. On third down, JSN comes in and makes the plays. Right. No ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah. On third down, he does his job, does his part. He blocked well. But again, I'm glad that he's healthy. But, you know, as a fan,
Wait, is it fair for me to say I think DK Metcalf, you heard me on a podcast last week, I said DK Metcalf is the best wide receiver of the game. That dude by the way, only Seahawk wide receiver in history to have 3 games in a row of 100 yards.
I'll tell you this. DK is in a class of his own as well. I don't think DK is one of one.
One of one.
He's one of one.
Yeah.
He's one of one.
Yeah.
He is one of one. But Jay Jettis is the best receiver in the National Football League. And it's not even close. But DK is one-on-one specimen. I'm glad that Jackson has a bodyguard in DK.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to make this a fest on offense and how great it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Even on the defensive side of things,
yes.
I thought that, the Seahawks came into that game. Boye Mafe out. Leo Williams out. Chenna out. You know what I mean? Like Byron Murphy II out. So they came in and against an offensive line who, look, with respect, Detroit Lions, y'all got a bunch of dirt bags on the offensive line. You got a bunch of maulers, bunch of dudes that's just getting busy, boy.
And on top of that, I really feel like the duos, running backs, with the Lions have with the Amon St. Brown and J-Mo, I really feel like this is probably one of the best offensive teams in the league. You know, they just bring dudes in and then they can do what they want to do. And I still feel like the Seattle defense played okay. You know, they played okay. You know, we were there. A couple good plays, couple boom, boom, boom. We're right there. You never know what would happen. 18. You know, I think that pick play, that little offensive interference that got called back when we were down by 8, about to go score, that was a turning point in the game. That one hurt us. Which I don't know if that was an offensive pass interference, but that one hurt.
Like, hey, after this game, I told Jermaine, I'll tell you, it's like they said in Friday. You win some, you lose some.
Amen.
But you live to fight another day. And that's how
what we
did. Get busy on this Sunday. You know, there's a couple things I wanted to holler at you about, man. First of all,
talk to me.
You know what I mean? I'm glad that people get to have you come on, because you and our conversations that we have on a regular basis, I want to start doing something, man. Since, I call you nephew, you call me Unc. Hey, man, we might make this segment, we might call it Unc and Neff. You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
And we can talk about some real stuff. First,
Man, give the people what they want, man.
yeah, absolutely. First, I want to ask about this, bruh. Tell me your real feelings about what is it like to watch your little brother out here on Monday night? What is it like to watch Jack on the national stage? What is it like to watch people wear your brother's jersey? Now, I want you to take us into things when you were younger.
Yeah.
Like, what is that like, man?
I think when you have, you know, a father and a mother who have you super young, talking before they're 20, and really going through life together, all of us, and then just the things that we picked up early was just working out, work, football, throwing up, doing whatever we wanted to do to entertain ourselves. You know, going into the neighborhood, asking other brothers if they want to play 2-on-2 football. I just always pictured this moment. Like I've always in my entire life pictured, you know, Jackson lining up across the best of the best and going at it on Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, every week. Just every week a new opponent. So it's really just a blessing, man. It's just a blessing, man, because not a lot of people get to see this. Not a lot of people get to experience this. You know, we try to shine light on so many others, you know, daily. But I just think just the hard work. You know, like, I think my brother's the hardest worker ever. I've been in a clubhouse with thousands of people, but I don't think there's no one who has sacrificed their time, you know, every single day to get what they want to get. You know, I think my brother is a truly Kobe mentality. You know, what I put in is what I get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, being lazy doesn't really fly. And so, you know, I've never seen someone who just works, eat well, puts, you know, good things into his body, you know, making the sacrifices that not a lot of young players do. He's always made the sacrifice.
I'll tell you this, Neff. I'll tell you this. I've been around this organization for 21 years.
Oh, wow.
I've seen a lot of great players. Now, I'm not telling everyone that I've been in everybody else's homes or anything like that. This is what I will say about Jackson, everybody. One thing about him, man, is that you talked about that Kobe focus. He's got something in him that is just kind of different. From day one, he had a chef. Like a rookie coming into the league and just like, I need a chef and I need a personal coach.
Absolutely.
Jackson has a personal coach with him every single day. Off season.
Who does wonders.
And there is no off season for Jack. Like, he just stays going. Go outside, jug machine. And so, by the way, if you guys are listening, these are the things that you probably don't hear about or see, but these are the things that's happening. So my question is, was Jackson always dialed in like that, or did he take it up another level when he became pro?
I think everything's been premeditated, right? Like, we knew this is where we're going to be by God's grace. I think he has turned it up a notch because he's in the first round. You know, he's seeing things that, you know, he's supposed to be seeing. He's looking around. You're hanging out with Justin Jefferson. You see Devontae Adams here. You look at Garrett Wilson the year before you. And he has understood that if I want to be elite, I have to do elite things. You know, it's like a cliche thing. You can't put regular gas on a Ferrari. So he's going to go out and do everything he can mentally and physically to stay focused. And I tell him this all the time, like, it's your season now, Jackson. Like, it's not my season. We're all focused on you and how we can make you better each and every day. And so that's what we really just try to pour that into him, because sometimes that's just what it is, man. Sometimes, you know, a strong backbone and people encouraging you can go a long way. And I just feel like he has the opportunity to focus on just football. You don't need to focus on anything else right now. Right now, you are grinding. You have a battle every Sunday, Monday, battling, grinding. You need to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else. When you focus on, you keep the main thing, you're going to win. And that's that. We can't get away from that.
So what gets hard? What? Because here's the thing. There's a lot of people
It's a great question.
that might be watching, and they might be like, well, man, life is great. It's easy. Does it seem like in video games, the higher the level you get, kind of the harder it gets?
I mean, you said it best. 8 catches, 50 yards. I mean, that's solid, but like, that's hard sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? Like, not winning tonight is hard. Going out there, putting it all on the line, and coming up short is hard. Mentally having to focus on another opponent, what this opponent can do to you. Watching film, practicing is hard. Waking up early to go on this walk instead of sleeping in is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like telling your massage lady to come over and let's work on my body instead of going to Bellevue or whatever, and eating good.
Right.
Saying no to that. I mean, those are hard. Everything like, and those are the sacrifices you have to make to keep it pushing. Day by day. So I think the hard things are just things that sometimes we can't control.
Yeah.
That's what's hard. It's things that we can't control is what's hard. Because we want to control so much, but you just can't sometimes.
What year was it and what happened when you saw you like, Jack, yeah, he going to the league? Can you give us a story of something that happened?
All right. Okay. See, when Jackson was just getting high school, like sophomore, junior, I was already out of the house. I was playing baseball every day. So I would only be able to watch Jackson on the radio. And every time, Jack played Texas high school football, the highest level. So thousands of people watching. I remember week 1 of his sophomore year, he had to play Highland Park. Like Jerry Jones flying in the helicopter. It's a whole big deal. Student sections doing their thing, like it's a game of the week. And I remember him being 14, 15 years old, just taking over the game. Like, he just take over the game. Like a Rose Bowl moment.
At 14,
he was doing
15?
that at 15 years old. 15. Really before that, but the first time I was like, this man is a monster. Was a sophomore year playing against Highland Park and going over 250 yards and just mossing dudes. Fourth quarter comes, getting IVs because he's cramping, but you have to go out there and score another one for us, Jackson. Score another one for us, Jackson. And so just the focus to do that, to go out there and I think the score was like 63-60. Just a shootout, just bad defense.
Right.
And he's just scoring 4 or 5 touchdowns. And then, so I just think that was, just sophomore year. Texas high school football is no joke.
Yeah. So, big brother, comes back to Seattle. You had your off season for baseball, man. You know what I mean? And what was that? What was that one for?
Baseball's a different animal.
Is
so
it
it's a
tough?
long season. I'm happy to be back in Seattle. This air quality here.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Oh no.
Man.
The air quality. The air quality is serious.
Wow. I'm talking. It was like the first time I had a breath of fresh air. Being in Seattle was like, this is beautiful. The trees. It's beautiful here, man. Special. It's a special place.
You actually be going camping and stuff not camping, but hiking and stuff, huh?
Yeah, man. I think being from Texas, don't really have nothing, and then seeing this is like, man, I gotta go see God's creation. So I'll be up there, Poo Poo Point. When I heard Poo Poo Point for the first time, I was like, what? But then, yeah.
Oh, that poo. Okay. Hey, but that hike's real, ain't it?
Yeah, so they say it's real.
Yeah,
real.
No, it's a
real. No joke. No joke.
It's a real one. Maybe not tonight. Maybe another night. I do want to talk about some of your baseball stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do want to talk about that. As you guys know, you were, Pirates and then the Mariners for a hot second, and then, you know what I'm saying? But we could talk about that another time. Outside of the air, what is some of your favorite things about this Seattle area that keeps you coming back here during your off season?
First and foremost, family. That's being able to watch football and being able to see the 12s rock Smith-Njigba. It's been great. The hospitality is great. I'm trying to really, dive into the community. They've been very welcoming. Trying to do a lot of stuff foundation wise, popping up the schools. Just little things. It's been very, very dope. But I still need to do some more things, man. I haven't really. I like Joey's in Bellevue. That's kind of my go-to if I do go. But
Right.
I definitely need to do. Get out more.
What's some food that you just started eating here that you like? Yeah, that's it. Because sushi.
Sushi for me. I've never been like a sushi type dude, but like the sushi real out here. What do you think? We need better Mexican food though. I ain't gonna fake. Being from Texas, like I'm a big bacon, egg, and cheese taco. Like I think we need a little, more tacos, more, But some, you can't really mess up Mexican food, but we need more on every corner.
I agree with that. How about the pho? You on pho yet?
I'm not on pho yet, but I will be on pho soon. I'm not on pho yet,
You
but I
got
will
to
be
get
on
on that
soon.
pho. Pho,
Okay.
the banh mi, the little sandwiches in
Okay.
there in the Vietnamese spot. Oh yeah, you gotta get up on that.
I got a question for you too, though.
Oh, what you got?
Are you worried about the Seahawks rest of the season?
No. And I'm glad you asked me that because we talk about this all the time. Let me tell you why I'm not worried. I'm not worried because I actually saw that this offense, Ryan Grubb, the offensive coordinator, this offense is prolific. This offense can do its thing, right? You take away that fumble, right? You take away a few of these things, that's a whole different game. They went into a hostile environment and that offense got busy. So I'm very excited about that. As long as health is on the Seahawks side, right? And I'm sure every NFL team can say that. But as long as health is on their side, getting these guys back, these Seahawks will win that division. As a matter of fact, even after this loss that they against the Detroit Lions, and by the way, that was a perfect 18 for 18 out of Jared Goff. That was a very well coached team. I still think the Seahawks can win the division. And oh, by the way, they're still in first place in the division.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this. We're not gonna say we cannot think that the Detroit Lions don't respect us. They definitely respect us. I bet you every team in the league watching the film is like, like these boys are these boys are good. And I like what Mike McDonald said, man. I like when Mike McDonald was like, I know we have a lot of guys out, but I'm ready for these guys to step up. And some of them did.
Right.
Like having guys be able to come in and fill those spots, like it was good.
No. Now, there's people in the chat right now, just so you know.
Okay.
They're in the chat. So I see my girl Alice Higa is here, Kat Stokes, all my regulars, Daddy Dennis, all my regulars are here. If you guys got a question for Canaan Smith-Njigba, please ask it in the chat. We can kind of hang out and talk about that a little bit. But Canaan, man, I that's the name, Unc and Neff, because this is the reason why it's good for you to come on the show with me sometime. Because I think that I learn a lot from you. You are like my young mentor, right?
Yeah.
Young, 25.
I learn a lot from you.
And you learn from me. And I think that synergy is what we need to see more of, because I'm tired of the age gap or the generation gap. We're like you hear adults, right? My age, Gen X, all the baby boomers, they say things like, oh, these Gen Z kids, they don't know nothing. They don't know anything.
Right.
And then the Gen Z kids will say, oh, these old Kofax, they don't know nothing. They old, been there, done that. But if both sides, old and young, and I don't like to say old, how about this? Seasoned, seasoned and young
Right.
can come
For
together
sure.
and learn something. That's why I think this Uncle Neff,
Yeah.
we might be able to teach some stuff.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes all it is just a conversation. Hey, what's up? How you doing? You know? Hey,
Right.
like it's just a conversation. And so absolutely, like my father always tells me, I've been 25. You ain't never been 45. And I feel him on that. I feel him on that. But also I'm like, hey man, I can share the Wi-Fi through the phone. You don't need to try to look for the cable box to see where the Wi-Fi is at.
Right.
These little things, you can always come together and learn from one another.
Hey, since we talking about seasoned and young, I got some questions. So look, I'm gonna take this time as Gen X. I need to ask y'all youngsters something. Now let me ask you something.
Okay.
So as you can see, I shaved my beard.
Yes.
And I got the goatee. Can I ask something? Do y'all youngsters do goatees at all, or is it only beards? What y'all doing?
No youngster rocking with the goatee, man. No youngster rocking with the goatee. I tried the goatee for about a good week. And I was like, man, my hairline was already receding at 19 years old. And I was like, man, I don't even want to look like I'm 40 already. So, the goatee I don't think it's it, but it can be it for some guys, but I don't think it's it for you. Right. But right now, the beard look, I'm trying to be on my James Harden, one day.
I mean,
but the goatee,
because I know this, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's solid.
But I don't never see
Always
no
a solid
youngsters with the
look.
with the goatee.
No youngsters rocking the goatee, just like the youngsters, they don't want to be bald no more. They want the looks right now. They want to look like a Rasta man or something, like that's just like the new vibe, new swag. No more college cuts, no more taper fades. Just let's grow the hair out. It's like times are changing, and we have to be able to adapt.
All right, let me see some of these questions right here. Lil Vince 23 says, "What's your ceiling for us this year?" I'm assuming he's talking about the Seahawks. What's the ceiling?
That's a great question.
I'll go. Let me go first. I want to go first.
Please go first.
Beginning of the season, if you would have asked me if this Seahawks team is a Super Bowl contender, I would say no. A lot of stuff going on, new coach, new era, new system. You know what I mean? Got to figure some things out. No. I'm not saying this. After 4 games, even with that loss tonight on Monday night, I truly believe, and as you guys know, there's parity in the NFL. I truly believe the Seahawks team is capable of winning the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. And I texted that to Jack the other day. I said, y'all are Super Bowl contenders. So to answer that question, I think one thing, you got to take care of the gatekeepers of the division, which is the 49ers, which we respect. You have to respect the 49ers.
Right.
You have to respect the 49ers. You do what you have to do to them, and you take care of LA and Arizona. You go sweep LA, which is a very hard thing to do. And you go sweep Arizona, which is a very hard thing to do. You are Super Bowl contenders. You get through the 49ers. Who gonna stop you? It's hard to beat a team twice. But if we play the Lions again, I'm not as worried. Absolutely not. With a healthy squad, absolutely not. It don't matter. We go back to Detroit. Mm-hmm. I really feel like we take care of our division. The ceiling is very, very high. And I'm not just talking as a fan. I'm not talking from what I've seen with my 2 eyes. What I've seen with the defensive side when they are healthy and they are strong with the new offense. Mm-hmm. I mean, why would we not be able to go far? Definitely better than Cowboys. That's another thing.
Hey, this offseason, Jackson and Geno, they did a lot of getting together over the offseason. What was that about?
I think it said, hey, Geno, I could run every route in the route tree, and I got hands like no other. So let's work together. Let's go out to Miami. Let's have some nice dinners. Let's enjoy our time. Let's build this relationship because, if you want to get to the Super Bowl, 11 is going to be a big part of that. So is DK, so is T. Lockett in the run game. Mm-hmm. But we have to use utilize all weapons. And shout out AJ Barner today too, scoring his first touchdown.
Oh, AJ,
You know, he blocked well.
and he blocked well.
He did well. He did really good today.
Yeah.
He played well, man.
I absolutely love that. Back to now, my girl Sue. Sue says Seahawks had 38 first downs. Can you confirm that?
38.
38, man. That offense is prolific, man. I
Hey,
mean,
for real.
perfect.
You think another team's gonna score that many points on the Seattle Seahawks defense? How many points did they score? I forgot the final score.
I think it was 42,
It
right?
was a lot of points.
Yeah, I think
42.
it was 42. Yeah, 42-27.
I don't think a lot of teams are scoring 42 points on the Seattle Seahawks. Personally, a healthy squad, I don't see a lot of teams scoring 40 plus,
No.
which means that the Seahawks should be in every single game. And I take Geno every single time in the fourth quarter on a game-winning drive. I mean, stats prove it. If you stay in the ball game, they're gonna win a lot of games. Straight
Okay.
up.
Before you go, man, a couple more things. Like I said,
Okay.
man, I like this Uncle Neff, man. We some of the people in there, they say we definitely gonna have to do this again. We just heating up. And warming
Okay,
up.
yeah, for sure.
But I want to ask something. This might get a little too personal, and if y'all
Okay,
listening
wow.
at home,
All right.
you know, one of the things that I do love about the young generation that y'all doing
Okay.
way better than us, especially black men my age,
Yeah.
right? Black men my age in our culture, we've done a terrible job of admitting or wanting to get some mental health, go get some therapy, go talk to somebody. And you youngsters are really leading the way. I really respect how the young generation admits, transparent, okay with letting it be known, I need to go talk to somebody. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I think, personally, we all go through something. If someone tell you they don't go through something, they're a liar. Get away from them. But also, I think, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's hard out here. It's 2024. A lot of things we see. With what's going on in the real world, all this, that. Like, it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to fall into something where it's mentally draining, But I think, really lean on, the loved ones, the people who really care for you. Reinsurance is a big thing. Like for me, like I just tell my family members, I just need reinsurance. Like if you just reinsure me, hey, we good. Hey, G, man, the goatee look good on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you can keep writing the goatee for the week. I think being positive in someone's life or going out is just doing, hey, how you doing today? Like just being able to have a conversation with someone who you never even think you have a conversation with, can really brighten someone's day. So, I just think, one, God knows your heart. And if you do something out of the kindness of your heart, you're going to make a lot of people, put a smile on their face. And that's really all you really want to see in this world is people healthy and people smiling. There's nothing more beautiful than that.
Yeah. Man, I'm calling you nephew and I'm Unc. Man, you got like an old soul, Canaan. You got an old soul, man, like this spirit about you. Even though you're 25, you got this spirit the way you talk in the world like you're 45, bruh.
Right. I don't have it all figured out.
Yeah.
So the people I lean on is the people who I trust the most, so I appreciate you having me on here.
Yeah.
But it's just, you are who you hang around with. And I've been around some good people in my life, in the clubhouse, outside of the clubhouse. Like I've been around some good people when I was a young kid, and so that's why I always appreciate my father, not only, male influences, but women as well. And so, having influences and people in your life who have done what you have done, seen what you have seen, being able to have a conversation with something I don't know about, but they can help me and guide me. man, that's all I can really ask for. I don't want to, do this alone. I don't want to lean on my own understanding.
Do you? Let me ask this. Do you think sometimes, man, like, I know for me, I can't speak for you. Growing up, I didn't hear a lot of "I love yous." So to this day, I don't really hand out. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I've told you that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't.
Right.
But it's just something happens, and I wonder if it's the older, as the youngsters, or you guys saying "I love you" to your parents and all that. What y'all doing?
I'll tell you, I think early on, I definitely didn't tell my parents I love them enough, and I even still to this day, I don't think you can never tell someone you love them enough. Personally, I don't think you can tell someone who you really love.
Who says "I love you" to most of your family? You?
Absolutely, absolutely me, absolutely me. I have to. I just feel like I get. Yeah, I don't, yeah. Everyone says it a little bit, but if I don't say it, no one's gonna say it as much as I want them to say it. You know what I'm saying? So someone has to do it, and I'll be the one to. Hey, man, I love you, man. So
yeah.
I'm no problem doing that.
Our good buddy Daddy Dennis wants to know, what's your pick? Who's your pick for the World Series this year?
It's a great question. See, being drafted by the Yankees and having that Yankee mindset, and we don't have last names for a reason. We wear the NY. And I'm a big fan of Judge. It was the first dude I met going into the Yankees when I got drafted. I'm a big Yankee fan. I got the Yankees, but I love the Phillies. The Phillies, for me, is a dangerous team in the playoffs. So, Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay. All right.
Dangerous team.
Yeah. Well, man, I definitely, we gotta do this again. And I like Uncle Neff because, man, just now that whole part about the "I love yous," like that's something that I don't really talk about with people. And man, it is something that, because I really believe that a lot of, and again, not just young men, but us older men, not hearing "I love you" has an impact on how we operate in the world. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it can help us, that "I love you," or like you talked about, being kind, or someone being kind to you, somebody said, "Ooh, your goatee looks nice," or "Ooh, I like those shoes." Those kind words, you have no idea what that person's going through, can really help.
Idea. Can really help, can really save a life. Can save a life that night if you really look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So hug your people, pray who you pray to, and tell the people who you love that you love them. Straight up. I'm gonna text my parents right after this now. You got me all sentimental and all a little emotional, like, hey, Pop, hey, Mom. I love y'all.
Man, we got to do this again. So obviously you'll be at Lumen Field on Sunday for the Giants game.
Yeah, I will be.
So
we have to win. Must win game. If we don't win that game,
right.
But we're gonna win that game.
Yeah.
We're the Seattle Seahawks.
So look, we gonna run back Uncle Neff next Sunday?
Let's run it back, man. Let's give the people what they want.
Yeah, we gotta do that. I think I got some plans. I got some ideas for this.
Come on, I'm here, man. I'm in my off season. I'm here. I'm working out. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm watching your podcast daily, getting notifications.
Right.
So I'm a believer in it. I'm here.
Okay. Well, man, you gotta you gonna be cooking some food, some dinner around there this week?
Or I might go to Jack's house and see what the chef cooking. You know what I'm saying? See what he talking about.
Right.
Shout out
who we got to get on the show? Coach.
You have to. You
have
to
get Coach on.
Have to. No, you have to.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, have to. The man with the plan. The man.
Yeah.
The man who's part of the most consistent man I've ever met in my whole entire life.
Yeah.
That man right there is, you're talking about militant, you're talking about, another mentor in our life, Jackson's minds.
Right.
He's a good one for sure.
All right, man. Hey, man. Love, brother. Love you, man. That's how.
Hey, man, I love you, fool.
That's
Hey,
how.
I love you, man.
That's how Unc and Neff go end the shows off. You know what I'm saying? We gonna actually say it.
Come on, man. I love you, man. Said it right there.
Man,
Said it
love
twice.
you too, man. Love you too, man. Hey, peace and love, brother.
All right, man. I'm gonna catch you.
Yeah.
All right.
Look here, everybody. It's been great. First of all, I got to give a huge thank you to our good buddy, Isaiah. Isaiah, you have been really helping out on the stream today. Really appreciate it, brother. That's it. Isaiah, hey, look here. It's good to have you part of the family. And the rest of you guys that show up here every single week. Again, I told y'all before, I got some plans for this show. Don't you worry about it. It's gonna heat up a little bit. The season's gonna heat up. The show's gonna heat up. And it was good to have Canaan on the show. And just an opportunity because that young brother and myself, we have great discussions all the time. But more importantly, like in real time, I learn from him. Sometimes it's okay to have a young mentor, and it is also okay to have an older mentor, right? Each one can definitely teach one. All right. You guys have a great rest of your night. We'll have another episode this week, and the Seahawks get back to business. They're 3-1. They're still first place in the NFC West. We know they got a big game on Sunday at Lumen Field against those Giants coming into town. They should, and they will get that win. Let's go. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.